Okay, so for today's lesson, this is all about storyboarding. So what is the importance of storyboarding when you are creating a multimedia project or presentation? Okay, and what is a storyboard? Okay, storyboards show scene of a story in pictorial form. For example, if you are creating a film or TV commercial, so instead of doing the production or the the actual film or the actual TV commercial, you can present it to the client using storyboard. So because if you're going to present the project itself, create the project itself, and present it to the client, what if the client doesn't want your project? Okay, so it will be a waste of money, time, and resources. So you have to make sure that you start creating storyboards for your multimedia projects or presentation. A storyboard is the process of producing sketches of the shots of your script. The end result looks like comic book of your film. So basically, the storyboard board looks like a comic book, and this can be you can use sketches for it to be able to visualize the different shots that you're going to create for every scene on your project. Okay. So basically, the storyboard tells the story using sketches, just like comic books. Storyboards are part of the pre-production or planning process that can include creating log lines, character development, scripting, and sound design. So this is part of the pre-production process. Before you create the actual project, you can use a storyboard for you to be able to have an idea what will happen to the project. Okay, so these are examples of storyboard. Okay, another one. Okay, so adding details to storyboard. Storyboards start out as sketches. So basically, your storyline or storyboard can you can use sketches to create the storyboard. But if the sketches is not enough to convey the information or the portion of a particular scene, you may add supplementary text describing non-pictorial details and interactivity. So aside from having sketches, you can add a little bit of text pertaining to the particular scene on the storyboard. So basically, you can add a text. Okay, so you are not limited to sketches when you are creating storyboard. Okay, history of storyboard. Walt Disney is credited with creating the modern storyboard in 1933. The Three Little Pigs was completely storyboarded. Okay, so the Three Little Pigs cartoons was completely storyboarded first. Today, most of all major animation studios, along with the gaming industry, use storyboards. Okay, most productions are group projects and the storyboards are essential to communicate the goal to all group members. Okay, especially when you're creating a multimedia project, a TV commercials, a film. So it requires to work in groups. Okay, so basically with storyboard, you can have you can communicate the goal to all the group members because they can visually see what will be happening to the project. Okay, so the storyboard, since that is a scene by scene of what will happen to your project, basically you can communicate the goal to all the group members. Okay, next is animator working on an individual project may still want to create a storyboard to plan the project, choose the camera angles, and set the timing. So as an animator, the one purpose of the storyboard is for you not only to convey the story using or an outline of the story using the storyboard, but also from the storyboard itself, you can direct or you can put the camera angles, camera movements, camera timing. So for the purpose of execution. So at least from the storyboard, you know how the camera will focus on a particular subject or a particular scene. Okay, so that is also part of the storyboarding. Okay, so what are the benefits of storyboarding? So number one, it reduces the time spent on unfocused, undirected discussion. Okay, so it's very difficult to create the entire film without having a guide. So basically, you have to have a storyboard because a storyboard will help you focus on a particular topic or particular story or a particular direction kung saan pupunta yung project. Okay? So it should be it reduces the time spent on unfocused and undirected discussion because you have a storyboard reference. Okay? Number two, allows everyone to share ideas equally and promote consensus. Okay? So basically, when you're creating storyboards, you are sharing ideas. Okay? Basically, since you are working in groups, so basically, individual team members may contribute to the idea when creating the storyboard. And as well, for the final concept, it should be with consensus with the team members. So meaning, when we talk about consensus, it means it is agreeable by many. Okay? So number three, helpful in generating alternatives because you have the storyline, you have the direction of how the project will work. Basically, if you see possible problems in execution, you can generate alternatives. Okay? Because you know the direction, and basically, when you see the direction, part of your storyboard may also give you an idea what are the resources necessary to execute a particular scene. If that is not possible, you can generate options or alternatives. Next is cost-effective and accurate planning. So since storyboards will give you focused and directed discussion, so basically it will be cost-effective because you know what is necessary on the project and also accurate in terms of how you're going to execute the project. Okay? Next is perceive possible continuity problems before they happen. Okay? So, if you already have the storyboard, basically you can see the possibility that a problem may occur when you are executing the project. Okay? So, from there, you can generate alternatives and options just like what I mentioned earlier. So, you have, you see the direction of the project. You may also see what may be the problem that will be encountered during the execution. Okay? Next is communication between staffs. Okay? So basically, since you have the storyboard, you can communicate what will happen to the project. Okay? Next is artistic and aesthetic vision remains consistent. Okay? So since you have the storyboard, you know what will be the direction of a project, how the project will look like, if it is needed color grading. So basically, since you have a reference on what will happen to the project, most probably the artistic and aesthetic vision remains consistent. There should be consistent on the execution of the project. Okay, next is communication with client funding the project. Okay, so storyboard, since what I mentioned kanina, that is, you don't need to create the actual project because it will be a waste of money, time, talent, resources. So, just to communicate it to the client, you need storyboards. Okay? You can also use scripts, like movie or TV scripts, provide complete details in textual form. If a storyboard are sketches, so scripts are in textual form. Script may incorporate some graphics. Will you use script or storyboards? So, it's a matter of how we're going to execute the project. Is script enough or storyboard is enough? So it's your choice. So these are example of another storyboard. Okay, so for any project, always remember that don't rush in. So sometimes, mas nagkakaroon ng problema if you are rushing on a particular project. Whether you create a website, putting together a PowerPoint presentation, or some other multimedia show, always plan it out first. Planning is very essential on creating a multimedia project. So a little thought can go a long way. So basically, some of the best ideas may come from a little or a very small idea. Okay? So sometimes don't waste such a little idea, because from there you can create a great ideas, a great idea. Okay? So basically, when you communicate with your group mates in terms of creating the project, somehow there are small ideas na pwede nyo mapakinabangan, and it will go a long way. Okay? So always know what is its purpose. Okay? When you're creating the storyboard, what are your goals? So what is your presentation for? Why are you creating the presentation? So who are your target audience on your presentation? So is it are your presentation or project is used to educate, to sell, to convince, to inform, or to entertain, or a combination of the above? Okay? So always remember the purpose for you to be able to deliver the storyboard for its purpose. Always also know your target audience. Know your audience. Is it a serious matter? Can it be entertaining? Do they care about what you have to say? Once you know your audience, target your presentation to them. Okay? So the delivery of your storyboards, the storyboard is a representation of your actual project. Okay? Most definitely that you have to target your right audience for you to be able to create the storyboard right. Okay? So basically, that's also very important to know your target audience or target market. Okay, start by brainstorming with your team. Generate ideas. Okay? So generate different ideas from what I mentioned kanina, that somehow great ideas comes from a very small ideas. You can work on small ideas to create a larger ideas for your multimedia project. Use your notes. Always take notes. Okay? So not everything is verbal. Okay? Especially in the industry, when you talk about work, most of the time it requires written communication. So it should be on black and white. So hindi pa pwedeng puro verbal lang on the industry. So you have to take notes of what is happening to your brainstorming session. Okay? Next is decide what you need and what you don't need. From the brainstorming session, you have to identify what are the necessary elements that you're going to use on your multimedia project and eliminate those things that are not necessary. Next is, do you need more info? And I think on your generation, it's easier for you to look for resources. Okay? So information is very essential to your multimedia project. So always remember what are the necessary information that you have to include on your multimedia project or presentation. So based on your brainstorming session, make a plan. You consolidate all your notes. You create brainstorming session. So make a plan. Use your plan to design your presentation. Decide what pictures or diagrams or videos you will need and have a teammate create them. Okay, so decide what are the things or the elements that you're going to use on your multimedia project or presentation and have them delegated to a specific teammate. It's just a matter of task delegation, or what we call as distribution of labor. Okay, on your team. Okay, that will be the structure. So based on your brainstorming session, make a plan. Use your plan to design your presentation. Decide what pictures or diagrams or videos you will need and have a teammate create them. Okay, storyboard it provides an overall rough outline of what the presentation will look like, including which topics go where, what are the topics needed for the storyboard, what are the necessary links, and a conceptual idea of where your images go and what the layout will look like. Okay, you don't have to be able to draw to produce a storyboard. You need only sketch in the outlines. So basically, a simple sketch may may represent the storyboard for a multimedia project or presentation. Okay, someone should be able to look at your storyboard and put together the same site you would have done. Okay, someone should have would be responsible for the entire project or entire storyboard. Okay, so for